Hello everyone, it's Keep Garden Tech Guy here in another video, and today I'm here to talk about a new phone, and it's the UMiDIGI C Note. So let's look into the specs of this seamless metal unibody phone. The UMi C Note is a new phone by UMiDIGI, which costs you $139.99, which is pretty cheap, but let's see how much you can get for $139. Now the main specs consist of a full metal unibody, fast touch ID sensor, 3800 mAh battery life with a MT6737T processor with 1.5 GHz and runs on Android 7.0 out of the box. Now with 8.3mm stick, it has a dual 3D edge cutting 1.5 GHz of capacity on its MediaTek processor. It has memory with 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage, with external memory with up to 256 gigs. It has a 5.5-inch 1080p display with 3800 mAh battery, which is big, a 30 megapixel rear camera with face detection and focus, a 5 megapixel front camera, fingerprint sensor, dual SIM standby with dual 4G network, and runs on Android Nougat out of the box. Now the C Note continues to offer comfortable and smooth experience in the hand by having a diamond 3D cutting edges and having a light and neat solid design. And to be honest, this kind of looks quite similar to that of the UMiDIGI, but this is a bit, how should I say, a bit thicker than the UMiDIGI, and it has a camera and a display different from the UMiDIGI. So there's one difference you can tell from the UMi C Note and the UMiDIGI is that this is thicker and a bit bigger in a sense, with a different camera, phone. Anyways, let's head on over with the design. It also has aluminum metal with an ultra design with 8.3mm stick, and it has a high screen to body ratio. Now with 3000 mAh batteries, it claims to give you about over 2 days of battery life, and the battery was manufactured by Sony with the thickness reduced to 8.3mm, so it's a bit thinner in a sense than the UMiDIGI, and it is 172 grams light. It has a quad-core 1.5 GHz processor with the MediaTek 6737T, which uses ARM's low energy Cortex A53 core. Now I don't really see a lot of phones coming with ARM Cortex. This is one of few phones that I actually see with ARM core inside. It has 3 gigs of RAM, which may not sound like a lot of RAM, but it's what you get for your money. I mean, besides the phone is a bit cheap, but these specs with 3 gigs of RAM is still good for a phone costing under $200. Now for the display, it has a 5.5-inch 1080p display with 95% NTC gamut with 70% better color saturation with 13.3% tougher with scratch friendly. For the camera, it's a Samsung face detection autofocus sensor with dual LED flash on the back and a 30 megapixel capacity, and the front camera is 5 megapixels. So it has dual tone flash with a single 30 megapixel camera, which is pretty cool. and it has a professional mode which you can take photos up to DSLR level, and not a lot of phones support DSLR level photos. And you also have UMi's Touch ID fingerprint sensor, which is really fast, and expandable storage with nano SIM technology support, and runs on Android. No get out of the box. Now for the full specs. Now the full specs consist of a 5.5-inch HD display, 3800 mAh battery with 4.4 voltage, MediaTek quad-core processor with Cortex A53, 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of storage, Samsung rear camera, which is a 30 megapixel S5K 3L8, and Android no get out of the box, and it comes in 2 colors, gray, and it also comes in gold. Now the standby time is from 15 to 18 days. The display has a resolution of 1920 by 1080 with capacitive multi-touch. Both cameras have face detection autofocus. It supports some GSM, WCDMA, LTE, and 4G LTE with 2 nano SIM card support, or 1 nano SIM card and 1 TF card. Both SIM slots are compatible with 4G respectively, and LTE services on other GSM networks. And default at 1 slot, it comes with Bluetooth 4.1, built-in GPS, and comes with a G sensor, P sensor, L sensor, accelerometer sensor, a compass sensor, gyroscope sensor, bladder sensor, and a switch sensor. Audio formats vary from MP3, WAV, AMR, and AWB. Video format varies from 3GB, MPEG-3, and also MP4. It has FM radio, and it also has a 3.5mm headphone jack, despite being as thin as the iPhone 7 Apple headphone jack, and the phone is almost as thin as your iPhone 7. Anyways, let's continue. TF card support up to 256 gigs, and a micro USBs, and USB with micro 5-pin USB 2.0 and OTG. So it uses my USB 2.0. Notification LED, and the dimensions vary with 8.3mm stick, a width of 6.6mm, and a height of a width of 76.6mm and a height of 154.7mm. And it also uses micro USB, which is a bit sad, but micro USB is still cool because not a lot of people have switched to micro USB as yet. And that's just one difference between the C Note and the UMiDIGI, which in the UMiDIGI has USB type C and the C Note doesn't. So that's one difference. And so that's it. Keep recording. Tech guys signing out with the full specs of the UMiDIGI C Note. Tell me what you think about this phone in the comments. Tell me if you think it's actually worth $139. Like, subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll see you in the next one.